Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to a brand new series on my channel I'm doing just for the heck of it, just to try it out. Sometimes things work really well. Sometimes they work as well as Ebony Coleslaw does on offense right now. But at the same time, when you're inspired to try something, why not? I tell people all the time, even if you make a video and nobody watches it, you still tried. And it's kind of in that spirit that I want to do a new series where I talk about champs that I just love fighting with, even if mostly they're looked at as kind of average. And today we have a champion that is near and dear to my heart because I could not have become uncollected without him. You see, you're staring at the champions right now that I've taken, years to get. So many hunts, so many thousands of dollars, whether or not it's, through featured crystals or 5-star crystals or 6-star crystals. A lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort. But this isn't realistic. For every Blade or Stark Spidey that you get, you're going to get 100 Groots. You're going to get, 50 Thors. And by Thors, I mean Thor Jane Fosters. And so there are some champions that I just love playing with. And I know I'm using the word love. And that's a really scary word for some people. I remember in second grade I said, man, I love these tacos. And somebody was like, why don't you marry them? Maybe I should. But then there's just too much beef in this relationship. And even though that was a little cheesy, let us move on to different jokes. Yes, I was still a very weird kid in second grade. But haha, suck it, haters. I have my own YouTube channel now. So there's that, right? And back in 5.2 when it first came out, a lot of these champions didn't even exist. But you know who did exist, YouTube? The Mystic Slayer of Slayers. The almighty Juggernaut. Fun fact, I played Super Nintendo growing up, and I used to have to fight against Juggernaut in some old Super Nintendo games, and man, I sucked. So all that trauma came back when I saw Juggernaut for the first time in the game. Got a little intimidated, a little scared, but I persevered. And eventually when I got this champion awakened, which believe it or not, I did use an awakening gem on this guy once upon a time. I really enjoyed two aspects of the champion that I'm going to touch on in this video. The first is essentially, other than I guess if you're fighting somebody like Rhino who's got that intercept ability, you guarantee that you're going to be on offense to start the match. And as somebody who really starts a fight in defense mode, either I hold block, like if the node is a stun immune, I'll hold block and I'll bait the heavy. Or if it's not stun immune, even if it's limber, I'll parry, right? I'm a parry fighter. That has proven to save me more units and more revives than anything else. And I know that I'll take a little bit of damage, but it'll be worth it to counter and put in a good amount of work on the counter attack. Juggernaut, throw that whole thing out the window because you start unstoppable. And when you start unstoppable, as you spin this guy around, woo! It just feels good. It feels good to start off knowing you're going to deal some amount of damage. Against the Collector, I did what I like to call the Juggernaut cheese, which is probably expired and moldy. But at the same time, I would start off with 5 or 10 hits in a combo while my Unstoppable is active. And then about the time that Unstoppable would stop, either I'd get totally wrecked and die, or the Uncollector would start to regen and I'd force quit. I'd use a level 1 revive, and I'd just repeat the entire process over. Are there other champions you can do with this, like, say, Hulk? Sure. But I didn't have freaking Hulk. I just had Juggernaut. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to illustrate two things in some gameplay. And of course, we're going to do the fight where the man definitely needs a better healthcare plan, and that's Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring in Juggernaut with no boosts and with no synergy teams. Even though he does have some synergies, though it reminds you that when Kabam started, they were so uncreative with synergies. It was like everybody got the same synergies of critical rating and maybe attack, and it just determined which champions were in your roster that you got those. But let's assume this is all you've got. Hopefully an awakened Juggernaut. And you're not going in with boosts or anything else. Now, I'm not going to do this whole fight because, to be honest, it'd probably take, 10, 15 minutes. That's not what Juggernaut's for. He's not going to be Stark Spidey, right? He's not going to be Domino or Ghost or any of the other heavy dealing champs. He is going to start off with Unstoppable, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge ahead right now. Now, he might block, but who cares? I still got some hits on him. And I was able to get 10 hits in, to be exact. Now, I am excited to do this video in a way that showcases a very underrated aspect of his Special 3. You see, when I was trying to become uncollected, maybe some of you out there are trying to become uncollected right now. Maybe you've got a duped Juggernaut. Maybe it's just a 4-star. Who knows? But I would be caught in a position where I was against the wall. Let's say I am backed up. We're going to go all the way back in the screen, all the way back to the left. So I'm going to be backed up where my back is against this left wall. Okay? I'm screwed. I can't retreat anymore. I'm going to use the Special 3, and we'll try to get some special damage just for fun. And I'm going to go from all the way to the back left wall to where he's pinned all the way against the right wall. Not only that, but I'm unstoppable. So we have flipped the field, as they say in football. And that puts me in a position to be on offense, even though I just took a special one to the face. This is really game-changing for my play with this champion because it allows me this miracle opportunity to not get pinned in ways that other champions wouldn't. Even my favorite champion growing up in this game, who was so rated highly that now I think he's even underrated, and that's Star-Lord. But let's try this one more time. Now, I'm probably going to bait a Special 2, but let's say I'm not. All the way back to the wall. Oh no, I'm screwed. Just kidding. Use that Special 2, or Special 3, excuse me. Not only will I become unstoppable, but all of a sudden now, the field has been flipped. And there you go. So, I'm going to quit out in the fight because those are the two advantages that have really made this champion super fun. I know there are a lot of champions out there that people are going to say are even better. But that Special 3, flipping the field, going from defense to offense, along with the guarantee, assuming he's awakened, of some length of time with Unstoppable, it's just a ton of fun. And it's a champion that Kabam likes to give newer players quite a bit of, and of course even experienced players. Could this guy be buffed? Absolutely. But I think I'm going to focus on this guy for now. And then the next video, just as a little preview, because I think I'm going to end these videos by showing you the next champion I plan to talk about. And really my favorite aspects of the champion. Even if, like Juggernaut, there's just one or two. Even before I got him as a duped 6-star, used to love fighting with Hulkbuster. This guy was the face of my account when I started MCOC. And there are a couple of things about him that I think are highly underappreciated. And Hulkbuster, like Juggernaut, is going to land on your account at some point. To quote Thanos, it is inevitable. So, we're going to focus on why I love Hulkbuster even before we hashtag buff Hulkbuster, hopefully soon. But if he doesn't get buffed, or maybe it's like the Colossus and Old Balls beta and it's just delayed 6 months, there are some things to like about this champion that I'll touch on episode 2 of the series. I know this is new to my channel. It's me just kind of doing a little gameplay, but mostly talking about my experience with the champion that I've had on my roster for years, that many people might have while they wait to get the champion that they're so hoping to pull, like the Stark Spidey, for example, Omega Red. But yeah, if you liked this series, if you thought it was kind of different, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, sometimes you throw something on YouTube and you get really excited about it, and it doesn't do well at all. And then sometimes you get scared, you talk yourself out of doing it, and then you throw it up almost for a practical joke, and it does well. You just never know, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I don't care if you're watching this YouTube and you don't care at all about YouTube, but you want to do something else. Why not try it? Life is too short, and that's kind of what brings me to the end of this video, because I want to keep it under 10 minutes, and we're almost there. Have a good one, YouTube. Thanks for watching and supporting my channel and this new series.